What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Frank the Kid Store back at y'all with another Hard in the Paint. Hey, here we go. Like I said it right there. We're gonna do a recap of week 2, and we're gonna look at a preview and prediction of week 3. All right, week 2, Jaden Daniels versus Jordan Love, Washington Commanders and Green Bay. Green Bay took that game 18-27. Jordan Love looked good. Jaden Daniels not so much, and I guess he might be hurt. So who knows what's going to be looking like in week 3. Like I said, Green Bay is a tough team, and I see them making a push forward. I said this, and I see them winning in the NFC North. Also considering with all the injuries and how bad the other 3 teams are doing in that one. Rams and Titans. Rams took that shit by 14. Light work. Seattle and Pittsburgh. Hey, Sam Donald did his thing against Pittsburgh. Light work. Buffalo and Jets. Light work. Bears got their ass curb stomp, which was a big win for the Detroit Lions, considering they went against their old coach Ben Johnson. And Caleb Williams is just dog shit, bro. Like, this is what it is. Like, Caleb Williams is dog shit. Like, let me see what his stats was that game. Caleb Williams, he had 2 passing touchdowns, 1 interception, 19 for 30, I guess so, 207. But man, he just can't seem to get away. He just can't seem to get a dub, man. Can't seem to get a dub. Detroit, on the other hand, went the fuck off. Jared Goff had 5 touchdowns, 5 tutties for 334 yards. 5 tutties for 335 yards. That's the winner of the week. All right. We also have the Giants and Dallas. You guys went head to head with Philadelphia Eagles, the Super Bowl champions. But you guys went to overtime with the Giants. That's just trying to tell you guys, like I told you guys at the beginning of the season, I can see Giants making a push forward a little bit, while the Cowboys take a step back. Yes, they beat the Giants, but they had to go to overtime in order to do it when they went toe-to-toe with the Super Bowl champions, which is wild. Cleveland versus Baltimore, light work for Baltimore. San Francisco, they had Mac Jones. He did his thing against New Orleans Saints. Patriots and Miami Dolphins, man, that's a team. They play the Bills this week, man. Like, man, Dolphins. I don't know what the hell is going on with the Dolphins. Don't know what the hell's going on with the Dolphins. They had the coach the first week 1, then they had Patriots week 2. 2 very winnable games, and it's just not putting in work. Let me see what Tua did. Tua had 315 yards with 2 passing touchdowns. Tua wasn't the problem. You know what I'm saying? It's just Miami. Get it together. You guys got a roster full of all-stars, you know? Jacksonville versus Cincinnati. Cincinnati lost Joe Burrows. They're rolling around with Jake Browning now. Probably for about a month. It just sucks for Joe Burrow. He can't stay healthy at all. But they got the dub 31-27. Carolina Panthers, Arizona's shit. Like, they beat 2. They're 2-0 right now, too. It's wild. Denver versus Indy. I thought that was going to be a cakewalk for Denver. Denver was up. Kick went in. Got a penalty. No, kick was out. Last kick of the game. Got a penalty. Coach got another chance, and they had to win the game with a walk-off field goal, 29-28 by a rookie kicker. Sad, man. Bo Nix is still that guy. Denver's still that team. Danny Dimes, though. Danny Dimes is not a bad quarterback. He was just on the Giants, which is a bad team. People got to understand that. Danny Dimes is not a bad quarterback. He was just on a bad team. You know what I mean? It's just like with the Rams. Back in the day, Stafford was never a bad quarterback. He was just with a bad team. You get people change the scenery, then they do their thing. Philadelphia, Kansas City, Super Bowl rematch. Philadelphia took that shit 20-17. Kansas City's 0-2 for the first time during Patrick Mahomes' era. I don't know what's going on with them. I still like the Chiefs, but fuck, man, trash. Game that I was shocked by: Atlanta and Minnesota Vikings. Atlanta curb stumped the Vikings, and now JJ McCarthy's hurt. I feel like he's always going to be hurt. He was hurt all last year, missed all last year. He might have missed a couple weeks this year. You know what I'm saying? Now Carson Wentz got the helm. You know, he's about to roll with it. I feel like JJ McCarthy is always going to be hurt. This is what it is. Tampa Bay, they beat Houston by 1. A dub's a dub. Tampa Bay's 2-0, while Houston's 0-2. And the Chargers is 2-0. They beat the Raiders 20-9. Let me look at this shit real quick. The bust of the week to me was Geno Smith. Let's talk about Geno Smith real quick, y'all. Geno Smith. 24 for 43, 180 yards. 3 picks, bro. 3 picks. And then also Ashton Gentry's he was terrible week 1. He had the touchdown, yes. But 11 rushes for 43 yards. They couldn't get it together at all on offense. But I blame that on Geno Smith. Meanwhile, Chargers went off. Justin Herbert had 8 incomplete passes, 243 yards. Yeah, they did the thing. All right, week 3. Looking forward to week 3. Here we go. Starting off tomorrow, like I said, Miami versus the Dolphins. I'm not Miami versus Dolphins. That is Dolphins. Miami versus Buffalo. Buffalo opens up as 11.5-point favorites. It's a division game. I don't know. I see Buffalo. I definitely see Buffalo winning that game, but I feel like Miami needs to fucking compete right now. Mike McDonald, his job's on the line. If they don't win, he's gonna probably be out of there by week 7. Let's just keep it a buck. Coach versus Tennessee. I got the coach. Like I said, Danny Dimes is not a bad quarterback. Jonathan Taylor looking good. He getting Michael Pittman involved in the game. Cox involved in the game. He getting everybody involved in the game. Danny Dimes is balling the fuck out right now. So it looks good. He looks good in blue and white for sure. Pittsburgh versus New England. That can go any way. Honestly, I can see the slight edge for Pittsburgh. They got a better team, I think, in a little bit. But I feel like the Jets. I feel like the Patriots and Pittsburgh Steelers are the same team in a sense. But I can definitely see Pittsburgh walking away with that game, considering that they lost to Sam Darnold. Speaking of Sam Darnold, man, look, Minnesota lost to the Falcons. To the Falcons. And meanwhile, I'm sure Sam Darnold's probably at home sipping tea with his pinky out right now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Jets versus Buccaneers. I think Buccaneers are going to have that game. Buccaneers is definitely a good team. Jets is good too, but I feel like Buccaneers is still a better team, though, honestly. Raiders versus Washington, I don't even know. I don't know. But both those teams have been pissing me off. If I had to choose, I'm going to go with the Commanders. That's if I had to choose, though. Rams versus Philly. Rams always give Philadelphia problems. That's the thing. I was going to wear a Philly jersey on this stream to troll some of my friends that loves Philadelphia. But remember, y'all can never give Rams their props. I give Philadelphia their props all the time. They're a damn good team. Super Bowl champions, have the best running back in the league, have the best receiving core in the league outside the Rams. They got that tush push. They got an amazing defense, but Rams always tend to give Philadelphia a problem. I can see Rams winning that game, to be honest. In Philly. I called it. So anybody that's Philadelphia fans right here, if y'all want to hit my lineup, we can make that bet, side bet. It is what it is. I pay. Atlanta Falcons and Carolina. I got to give that to the Falcons. Falcons did beat Minnesota. They look good too. That Cincinnati versus Minnesota. Backup versus backup. Carson Wentz was that dude for the longest time, and he still got weapons. Jake Browning knows how to win. Jenna versus Chase. LSU versus LSU. I ain't even going to talk about that game. That game going to be fired at noon on Sunday. Backup versus backup. A team that should be a playoff team every year, which is Cincinnati, versus a playoff team. It's about to go down like Charlie Brown. Can't wait to that game. That game about to be the game of the week. Outside the Rams in Philadelphia, because 2-0, 2-0. One of them teams about to lose again. You feel what I'm saying? Houston versus Jacksonville. Vegas got Jacksonville. I'm going to take Houston. It's still at the end of the day, it's still Jacksonville. Green Bay versus Cleveland. Wildly, they got the spread at 7.5. That means Vegas knows something that we don't know. I'm still taking Green Bay in that game, but obviously Vegas knows something that we don't know. Denver versus Chargers. Denver needs a bounce back win. Chargers riding high at 2-0. That game can go any way. I'll take that game as the game of the week for the 3 o'clock slate. To be honest, a divisional game, it can go either way. You know what I'm saying? Saints versus Seattle. Seattle about to dog walk them. San Francisco versus Arizona. Man, that's tough because both teams are 2-0. So is the Rams. I hope both teams just fucking tie, and I don't know, or the game get canceled or some shit, because that's tough because they're in the Rams division. Dallas versus Chicago. Chicago surprisingly is the favorites in that game, but it's still the Bears, man. It's still the Bears. I'm taking the big D, Dallas. All right. Kansas City versus the Giants at prime time. Somehow Kansas City keeps sneaking into these primetime games. But I'm surprised that New York is in a primetime game. I'm taking the Chiefs in that one. Chiefs need to win this year. They can't start off 0-3. Now if they start off 0-3 and then they lose against the Giants, there's no hope for them. Now Monday night about to be hot, boy. We got Detroit Lions versus Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore Ravens is that squad right now. Yes, they lost to the Bills. They did. They got dog walked by the Bills. But that boy Lamar Jackson had 4 tutties last game. They didn't get Henry involved in the game much, but that boy had 4 tutties last week. Wow. You know, Jared Goff had 5 tutties. Boy, they got 2 defense versus defense. The score is they said the over-under is 52. I feel like both defenses are too good to give up 52 points like that, but hey, Baltimore 4.5. I'm taking Baltimore in that game. Anyway, had to make this short. I wanted to make sure I went and get this in. As always, love, peace, and hair grease.